This is Sandra. You can find her at tech events, on the beach, in the pool, locking in, and vacationing somewhere. But you know where else you'll find Sandra? That's right, in Marketer's Room. And this is her impact story.
My name is Sandra. I am a content marketer, freelance, and my work is to create strategy and execute content that just helps businesses, whether small, medium businesses or startups, to grow with content, to win with content, to target the audience that they need to with content and with valuable content. So that is basically what I do. I also really like to kind of teach what I've learned in any way that I can, in any capacity that I can, and that shows up in some of the work that I do. At least the mentorship that I do for an initiative called TEMSI. So TEMSI is a tech marketers initiative, and I also do volunteer work for the NOCO Tech Summit. So I lead content at the NOCO Tech Summit. So these are some of the things that I do outside work that are still work related. But for like what I do outside work my to make me I think to take me out of the whole work sphere. I'm a very outdoorsy person, so I'm if I'm not in the gym, I'm hiking somewhere, or I'm shooting arrows or dancing salsa. I like to explore. So yeah, I think exploring just kind of it makes my brain come alive, and so when I feed that part of me, when I come back to work, I'm so energized and excited to work on whatever project I'm working on. So yeah, I remember I saw it and I was like, oh wow, I've been thinking of, it's been a while I had um, worked on my CV, and I really wanted like someone to have a look at my CV, someone professional to have a look at my CV and help me craft it, because I had done a couple of things since the last time that I worked on my CV, and I wanted to be able to craft it in a way that communicates my value. Especially since I've done more freelance work, in the last couple of years. So yeah, honestly, the CV review was almost like felt like a masterclass, because the person that helped me to do the review, or that coached me on the review, kind of helped me to just bring out all the results that I had brought to every single project, every single company that I worked with. It made me very results oriented in how I communicate, what I've done and how what the projects that I've worked on. So apart from helping me represent that on my CV, it also it just made me very results conscious, especially whenever like I'm working on a project. I feel like I always want to have my own records to say this is what this is bringing, this is the goal, this is what I'm going to achieve, and this is what I'm going to document. So that was really helpful for me. So being a marketer is basically being a marketer that does not sit and wait, for opportunities to come. I think it's a couple of things. So not sitting and waiting for opportunities to come, but putting myself out there, showing my skills, and working with what I have. in front of me. So sometimes that looks like showing up on LinkedIn and posting some of the things that I'm learning, some of the projects that I'm working on. Sometimes that looks like helping someone figure out a work task or whatever they have to do. So I would say showing up, collaborating, and growth. That is what being a marketer means to me. So what drew me to become a member? So I would say I've been following Aisha, I've been following the Smarketers Hub um when it was just a medium. I think it was just post on Medium. Yeah, so they were just that was when that was when Smarketers Hub came on my radar. And since then, I've just been following Smarketers Hub and basically anything Aisha does. So when the community was announced, it was not even a question for me. I joined immediately, and yeah, that's I think that's basically it. And there's something that makes me stay or has made me stay in Smarketers Hub, and I think it's just the dedication to sharing useful materials with people with the community. Then when there was no Slack community, there was just always this consistent um, sharing of helpful materials, anything that would just help you in your marketing career. I really appreciate that. And yeah. And then one experience I've had in marketers room that I can't forget. When I did my IG live on this marketers hub, I did the IG takeover, not IG live, IG takeover, IG stories takeover on this marketers hub IG page. There was just a lot of support on the Slack group. I was shocked when I came and I saw so many people saying, oh, or people saying, oh, this was really great, we enjoyed it, thank you. That made me feel warm. I felt like, oh, this is like family. So, building a successful marketing career, it's important to me because I believe that. So, first of all, I'm doing it for me. Um, I'm doing it for I want to say my inner child. So my inner child really needs this win. My inner child needs to know that um once you that we can do this, basically, that once you put in the work and you do what you show up for yourself and you do what needs to be done, that there are great results that can come out of it. I've studied a lot of successful marketers, some CMOs, and I see that the journey to where they are is not simple, is not straightforward. And so I think for the most part, whenever I encounter challenges or setbacks, I am I want to say I'm comforted by the stories of these people that I know that have fought through the trenches and gotten to where they are, and it keeps me going. It keeps me going, and it keeps me consistent. And building a great marketing career is not even just for me, because I can imagine what would have happened if maybe someone like Aisha decided that at some point she wasn't going to keep pushing, she was just going to stay where she was and give up. I wouldn't have, like, there's a lot of us that held on to her story so much, and it helped us grow. It helped us say, okay, I'll take this extra course, I'll try, I'll show up, I'll do more. Like, there's just so much that you do when you don't give up. There are so many people that are watching, and it's not even to put pressure on you as a person, but it's just to say, like, we are all a collective, and we contribute to each other's lives somewhere, some way, somehow, especially if we're in the same field. So I think two very important things about building a great marketing career is for me, for my inner child. I want to say that I fought and I stayed, and by the grace of God, I was able to beat the odds. And the second thing is for anyone that is looking for some kind of inspiration, or maybe just someone that can relate to their story, someone that matches with their story, they can, just look and know that these things are possible, and that no matter what your story is, growth is possible. Yeah. Anybody that is doing marketing in any way, any capacity, should definitely never do it alone, because I don't think that marketing is a journey you would want to do alone. It's such a it's not the hardest thing in the world, but it's something that has to do with human psychology and has to do with changing behaviors of people, the audience, the company, just a lot of change that goes on. And I don't think that in a fast changing industry, or I would say ecosystem like that, you want to do it alone. You can't grab everything. You can't grab all that info on your own, and I think it's going to even lead to burnout if you don't open up to community. What community does is that community helps you feel like you're part of something. It helps you not to feel alone. It helps you not to feel deserted, because there are sometimes in while working in marketing where the expectations are so high that you feel like you start asking yourself questions like, am I lazy, or is this just too much for me to handle? And community fills that gap of saying, we see you, we are also working on the same things, the same task, like learn from me, I'll give you this resource, I'll answer your questions. You can't I don't advise anybody doing marketing to do it without community. I tried it for the first few years that I started doing marketing, and it was the worst years of my life. And that's because I didn't know any better. I was just fresh out of NYC, and I didn't know any better. But when I knew better, I feel like I joined all the communities that I could find. But that's kind of unrealistic. It's good to focus your attention on maybe one or two, and then grow you know as you would want to. If you can join all of them at once and be committed at once to all of them, great for you. But yeah, I definitely do not advise anybody that is doing marketing to do it alone. Community is very key, and Smarketers Hub is such an inclusive community, such a helpful. I mean, I don't know. I don't think there's anything that you're looking for in your marketing career, especially when it comes to career growth, that you won't find in this community. So, yeah, I really think that anyone and everyone should join, should join a community. And if you're looking for a great one, Marketers Hub is it. It's really it.